run ads on Facebook, right? So the first topic we have
Hey, Ronnie.
Manfred.
Yep.
Yeah, we have Manfred talking about interest targeting. So he has prepared something which is quite interesting. So we actually let Manfred take over.
That's a
this
bonus session for
a while.
you.
There's a bonus session, and Manfred, you're up. Let me bring you to the center. You can talk about this. Yeah, I bring you to the center. We'll be just at the side. Yeah, I'll let you talk about this.
They've been doing all the talking. Very paiseh. I never say anything. So must touch
Come
on some topic.
on.
So when just now when
Now's your chance to
about,
talk. 15 minutes. Talk.
I'm being the representative for the three of us to talk some topic. Okay. Like many things in life, I think Facebook advertising is similar to many other things, especially in investing. After all, Facebook advertising is still a very big option. So sometimes there are some things I wish I knew when I was a young advertiser or when I started. The best opportunity actually lies in information asymmetry. You either have access to information that others don't, which people don't know, or you put in effort to learn where others won't. Okay, so sometimes best investment comes from big bets, and big bets normally happen when you are right and majority is wrong. This is especially comes with big cap. Okay, it sounds very easy, but how are you going to do this thing? So first thing, of course, every time people do make mistakes, I always learn from my mistakes. And my biggest mistake is I view things in stylo. Okay, like many people ask questions in forums. They say FB interest targeting, which is best to target. Say example, if I want to attack car owners in Singapore, what kind of interest should I type? So sometimes this is not really the right question to ask, because I learned that best result actually come from many moving parts, like targeting, messaging, creative, price point, offer. So if you look at interest targeting on its own in isolation, you're not going to get the answer. Okay? And you have to understand what kind of situation are you facing, who is your target audience, what is their pain point, what are their likes and dislikes, and the second thing, of course, once you establish something, is honestly at the beginning it's still rocky. So you have to argue yourself. And I'm always the first person to criticize myself. When I debunk my criticism, sometimes I'm able to cut through all the noise for people who haven't even gone through the whole process. And once you have built that conviction, you double down, even triple down once the whole thing is working. So the topic here I'm trying to cover is interest targeting. Okay, this is my whole. But before talking interest targeting, there are other ways of doing audience targeting. Also, like once you form an audience, you can do lookalike. That's a higher level, in my opinion, on top of interest targeting. Then you can do custom audience also, where you can say, example, people 7-day add to cart or 7-day purchase, so on and so forth. But just sidetrack a bit, John Loomer himself, one of the influencers that I follow, doesn't really like interest targeting or lookalike audience. Am I losing any of the audience? Anybody? Okay?
You're all good.
All good,
You're all good.
So one of the things that I always like to say about the interest targeting is car owners. Because car owners, nobody declare car owners in Facebook. So you have to think a bit creative. This is actually comes from one of the forum questions. So I assume, you make assumption. I assume in Singapore, people who play golf will be car owners. So I will put golf as one of the interests for interest targeting. Okay. So you can also target cars like BMW, Audi, or Mercedes. But the problem is, you must realize that interest targeting is the most elementary, basic one. When I target car owners via BMW or Audi or Mercedes itself, other people will, maybe another guy, maybe Jason is representing Rolex. He want to find people who want to buy Rolex. So he believes that BMW interest is relevant to Rolex. So he is also competing. Say example, Andrew is doing for property. He also believes that BMW. So you see, based on one interest, a lot of different. This is very different from Google. You see, from Google, if I am doing car sales of BMW, I bid for BMW keywords. So you only have car competitors inside Google AdWords. But in Facebook, your competitors is not only the direct competitors. It can be other industries also. So this makes the price a little bit more steep, and it's quite challenging. Your CPM can go up. Your auction, you may not win. Your lowest cost may not be that low also. Okay, that's one thing I want to touch on. So when we talk back the golf part, golf is my assumption. So golf is one interest. Then sometimes you go down, say golf might as well include. You might think of website, influencers, maybe even other stuff. So you might think of Tiger Woods. You want to take Tiger Woods, but hold on a minute. If you think of Tiger Woods, that might not be that correct, you see, because Tiger Woods is quite a celebrity. He's a spokesman for Nike. And I think anyone knows Tiger Woods. So the association might be there. So because our assumption is here, you come back to your assumption. I believe in Singapore, people who play golf will necessarily drive a car. Okay, I don't think people who play golf take a bus or take a taxi. Even if there is, the percentage should be very small. So maybe you attack in another angle. Maybe you do a bit of research and you realize Phil Nicholson. Phil Nicholson is actually a golfer that maybe casual golfer and hardcore golfer will know. That may be a better choice compared to Tiger Woods. Okay, so sometimes I also ask myself the audience size, how big.
So, sorry to cut you. Manfred. Okay, I will let you go on with this one. In fact, if you have more to share, go on. If you want to discuss, chat with the audience, you go on. I need to excuse myself. I'm going into another room already. We were starting soon. So guys, if you want to join Balkis, refresh the group at 1:30. Okay, but if you guys love to stick with Manfred over here, go ahead. He's sharing some awesome tips over here.
You will be able to catch a replay anyway. So we're going to
you're gonna have to replay anyway. So I'll see you in the other live. What the hell am I talking over? So you guys go ahead.
The crazy starts.
Okay, so no need to worry. I will end soon because I only prepared a few things only. So in terms of audience size, audience size itself, some people might say 1 million, some people might say 500. But in Singapore case, I think actual Facebook audience size is not above more than 5 million. So 1 million can be a bit challenging because sometimes you need to scale the audience. So I was mentioning somehow how to generate a list of interests. So maybe you want to broadly generate the interest under website, competitors, influencers, tools, and so on. And the way to find all these relevant topics itself, you can use similar.com to find the competitors and similar sites, or Amazon, okay, Wikipedia. Wikipedia actually, there's a lot of stuff inside there. You can see from there. Then what else did I miss out? When you create ads itself, there's a suggestion also. When you see so much car ads itself, you remember to go to the 3 dots on the top right and see why am I seeing this on the sponsor ad. That's also give you some idea what your competitors are doing. And even better still, say example, Andrew is my customer. I go and stalk his Facebook page and see what he likes. The more you do your research, Andrew, Jason, and somebody are all my customers, I see there might be a common thread also. That will give you some hint. Okay, of course, you can search via Google also. So there's a few ways that you can do that. Then I think that's about it. I want to share on the Facebook interest. It's meant to be a very short topic to warm up our audience to understand what they're in for.